Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to break down a really powerful framework from one particular source. It's designed for fathers who, feel like they've fallen short and are really looking for a way to start fresh.
Right? It's a heavy question, and it's one that a lot of dads grapple with. That nagging feeling that maybe you're not quite the father you always imagined you would be. Well, the source we're looking at today doesn't shy away from that at all. In fact, it offers a practical guide for any father who's ready to turn things around.
So, this isn't about dwelling on past mistakes or beating yourself up. Not at all. It's about a new beginning. The source lays out a really clear, step-by-step path to get there, and it all starts with making a new, powerful decision about your role in the family.
Okay, step one. This is all about making a conscious choice to embrace your role as the head of the family. And the source is crystal clear on this. This is not about being a dictator or, just asserting dominance. It's about fully 100% accepting the responsibility that comes with that position.
And this right here, this is the foundational idea. Authority and responsibility, they are two sides of the same coin. You just can't have real influence without accountability. And the source argues that actually voicing this commitment, even if it's just to yourself, is the first real tangible step toward a meaningful change.
Now, this is where it gets really interesting. The source uses this fascinating analogy of a Roman centurion. See, this guy understood authority because he lived it day in and day out. He knew his power wasn't really his own. It was delegated to him from his superiors. The text makes a parallel here, suggesting a father's authority is also granted, not something he just makes up himself.
And here's how the source kind of maps out that delegated authority. It's presented as a chain of command, right? Starting with God, flowing down through Christ to the husband, and then to the wife. The core idea here is that everyone is accountable to a higher authority, which creates a really clear structure and line of responsibility.
So, let's put it simply. A father's authority isn't absolute. According to this text, it's totally conditional. For a father to lead his family effectively, he first needs to be submitted to a higher authority himself. It's a chain, not a throne.
Okay, so you've accepted the responsibility. But now what? How in the world do you actually do it? Well, step 2 is all about where the power to do it comes from. And the source is very clear. You can't do it on your own.
The source uses this really powerful image of a throne of grace. The idea is that fatherhood is just too big of a job to handle alone. It requires help. And get this, you're not meant to come groveling for it. You're invited to come confidently, like a son asking his father for exactly what he needs.
And the source points out two key things you receive here. First, there's mercy for the past, basically a clean slate for all your mistakes. And second, you get grace for the future. That's the strength and the ability to be the father you want to be, starting right now.
And to show just how final this forgiveness is, the source quotes this incredible verse from Micah. Your past failures, they're thrown into the deepest part of the sea. They're gone.
So what about that grace for the future? Well, the source makes a crucial point here. Grace isn't like a vitamin that just tops up your energy levels. Nope. It's the power that kicks in when you're already running on empty. It's for those exact moments when you think you have absolutely nothing left to give.
All right, let's jump to the final step in this framework. And this one really shifts gears from our mindset to practical action. Once you've established your role and you've found your source of strength, it all comes down to one of the most valuable things you can possibly give your children, your time. Now, this is a direct challenge to the modern ideal of quality time. The source argues that carving out these intense, scheduled blocks of time can actually feel kind of restrictive, almost like a performance for a child. The alternative? Simple availability, just being present, being accessible, with no agenda.
This point is really driven home with a personal story. The author remembers a time when his 10-year-old daughter was just sitting on his knee during dinner. And then, unexpectedly, in that quiet, unplanned moment, she opened up about something really profound. He realized it was the atmosphere of simple availability, not some big scheduled activity that made it all possible.
So, what does this all lead to? This whole framework of authority and grace and time, it really boils down to one simple but honestly very powerful question that gets right to the heart of it all.
And that's the ultimate goal, isn't it? It's not about having a perfect scorecard as a dad. It's about the atmosphere you create. So the question to leave you with is this one. What does it feel like to be a child in your home? And if that feeling isn't one of complete acceptance and security, what's just one small step you can take today to start changing that?